Coming up, old haunts and hallowed hangouts.
This is my Graceland.
Plus, go backstage and onstage with the band for a rare club gig.
I don't want to cuss because my mom's here.
It's the Mark, Tom, and Travis Hometown Show.
We're going to hook up with Tom and see what he's doing, and he's going to join in on the tour of Blink-182 history in San Diego.
Are we taking separate cars?
No, hop in my ride.
Your rental?
Soma was the place that Blink-182 really started. That was the place where all the punk rock bands played in San Diego, and it was all ages, which we wanted to be involved with. And I mean, we just grew up pretty much going to that place and watching bands play there. So, like, our biggest goal is to play Soma.
When I really felt like Mark and Blink were doing really well was that when they were actually played a big show at Soma.
I remember coming out and sitting on the stage right to the left of my brother and just sitting down on the ground, just a couple, it was a really small stage, so back then I was a couple feet away from him. You could feel the sweat dripping on you.
There were lots of kids there, and they could sing. They sang along.
It was really intense for me just because it was my brother up there doing what he loves and singing and playing guitar, and the music, like, it was so intense it almost made you want to cry.
That's the first time I met Connie, Tom's mom, and we both stood in the back and just shook our heads and said, wow, what a wonderful thrill for them to be able to do this.
All we wanted to do was be able to headline Soma, and so being able to do that, have it actually come true, was like the best thing.
Now we're going to go off and look at our van, the place where we lived, ate, slept, and went to the bathroom on each other.
We were never really ambitious to get a recording contract. We just wanted to record music somehow. We were pretty much funding everything ourselves and getting everything going, and then Cargo Records stepped in and said, hey, we'll put out your first CD.
And we decided we got our independent label that we're on to co-sign for us. We went out and got this van. Every band has their van, and we had ours.
This is the old Blink van. Let's see if we can still open it. We used to sleep in here and eat fast food, and man, it's just dirty and disgusting. It really is.
A running Blink joke for a while was the Tom's glow-in-the-dark trick that Mark and Tom worked out together, and Mark would say, hey, let me show you my my glow-in-the-dark trick, and everybody was sitting there, and they'd turn the lights off. You'd kind of hear Tom sort of moving around a little bit, and he'd go, oh, wait, you know what, it's not working, turn the lights back on. And some poor soul in the bus would have Mark's wiener about this far away from his face.
But this is the Blink van. If you want to buy it,
it doesn't work. It doesn't run.
It doesn't run anymore.
It stinks and it's dirty, but
and it's infested with spiders. Let's go back on the road. I'm going to take you now to the place where Blink-182 actually does all of its songwriting and arranging and demoing and everything. It's a place in Escondido called DML Studios. So this is DML Studios. This is where we demoed and wrote Enema of the State, and where we're going to demo and write the next horrible catastrophe that we're going to call a record. You know, the majesty of art that's gone on in this disgustingly stinking room.
Let's just breathe for it. This is where we create.
Well, this is the Studio B. This is where all the songs are actually written. Travis sits over there and just kind of shakes his head and goes, oh God, how am I going to fix this song?
Travis played in a band that was on tour with us.
I was in a band called the Aquabats at the time.
We needed a drummer because there was an emergency. Our drummer had to fly home.
So I had to learn all the songs like an hour or two before a show.
I remember we had to run to the music store and buy these little wooden sticks so it wouldn't be loud. So we'd play in the backstage room while the other opening bands were playing. He learned all the songs in 45 minutes and came out and played them so perfect.
Played like the next 2 shows.
And then after that, we needed a new drummer. And we're just like, well, we had 3 people in mind, but the one person that we had in mind of one of them was Travis, because we liked him a lot, and he already filled in, he already knew a lot of songs, and he was a big fan.
Mark and Tom were just super cool, easy to be in a band with, so I love the music, everything.
So we asked him, and he said yes, and the rest is history.
And then MCA and all these other labels came calling, and we definitely wanted to take our band to the next level. So we went and we met with the people at MCA, and they understood that we wanted to control our own destiny. And
then I'm like, Dad, we signed to a big label. He's like, okay. He's like not getting, and then I showed him. And I brought him a gold record, and that was like the big thing. I think then he realized. And then I'm like, Dad, I'm buying a house. He's all, huh?
I was driving down the road, and I heard them being played on the radio. And I rolled down my window, and I just wanted to scream out the window, that's my boy! That's my boy!
I don't know if we ever really came together, but if we ever came together, this would be the place where Blink-182 came together to write the songs.
And the winner is Blink-182.
All the small things.
Thanks a lot, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's so hard to say like why Enema of the State did so well compared to the other records.
We wrote that entire album in 2 weeks, so we didn't really go in like setting out to go like, yeah, we're gonna write hits or songs that'll be popular on the radio. It wasn't like that.
I think there's so many bands out there who are like, yeah, we sold all these records. They expect it, and they think they deserve it, you know. And a lot of these bands haven't put in the time to work, and we have. And so, I mean, maybe we're more grateful for it.
This is my Graceland, son of a bitch.
This is our Graceland. All right, this was DML. This is where we recorded all of our stuff, wrote songs, made the whole world sing together.